Good morning, friends. You're at that 1870s Homestead, and my name's Rachel. Today we're down in our pantry, but we're prepping a pantry for somewhere else. And I thought this is a really great opportunity to share this process that we go through every year with you guys, and kind of talk about the whys and what we're choosing, and a little bit more into our thought process about being prepared today. So come with me. I like sharing these projects with you guys, and maybe you'll have some advice to share with me, or maybe you'll walk away with some advice for yourself. So I got a whole table here full of goodies, and I'm gonna show you here in just a sec. So I think it was in one of the recent videos, I talked to you guys about how much I thoroughly enjoy, where did I set that lid? How much I thoroughly enjoy maintaining a well-stocked pantry. And this is an example. I have a thing of pepper down here that I can fill up another vessel with pepper because I need to take that with us. And this is kind of like a nice little, oh, this is actually spices up here, so I should put it where it belongs. Overstock pantry space that I maintain. So it's not only food that we grow in our garden, but things like pepper. Here's an example of a big jar of ginger. I've got another jar of ginger on the shelf, and we're gonna fill up another little container with ginger. And things like, jars of maple syrup, bags of baking soda, tuna. We don't grow our own tuna, baking powder, and then staples like beans and all that goodness. I need to go get a couple different tools to be able to do this properly. What was this? Oh, cinnamon. So what we're doing today is we have an off-grid property. And we don't often refer to it as that. Oh, it's such a cringe word to me, but the bug out location. But we do think of it in our head like that. In our instance, we live very, very close to a nuclear power plant. So should something happen and we have to evacuate, our family has to have a plan. That's not why we bought the property, but we bought it for fun and enjoyment. But in our minds, we know that that's our emergency location, and emergency location for anything that could arise. So we have to keep it stocked. And for our peace of mind, to know that, and I'm not stocking it to survive for a year, but say we need to go there for a couple weeks, we know that it can take care of us for a couple weeks. So that's what we're doing today, because a lot of the things we do eat through during a season that we need to restock, and a lot of the things we have to bring home every winter because we can't easily access our cabin in the winter and keep it heated. Jars of, say, like stock would bust and freeze. So getting things prepped, and I'm going to talk to you about that. It's really fun for me. And it's just one of those other things that bring me joy and give me peace of mind, knowing that not only Todd and I, but should our kids go there and get stuck for some reason, that there's enough food to take care of them. I am not personally choosing to maintain this property from the apocalypse is coming, or something that, is to an extreme circumstance where, say, I would have it outfitted with all the canning equipment I need, seeds I need, all that kind of stuff. I'm hoping and believing that I will have advanced discernment, I should say, that I need to prepare that way. And right now, I just don't feel that. I feel like, sure, scenarios, world life events, or real life events in the world have happened, in our recent history, where you've had to hunker down for a bit and know that you could take care of yourselves until restrictions are lifted or it's safe to go out, things like that. So, good stock of coffee, great idea. you know, having your sugar sources, your sweeteners. So I'm going to be refilling this jar of sugar. And having a nicely stocked pantry here at home allows me to take care of our needs here as well as take care of our needs for our alternate location. And I know not everyone is going to have, you know, a recreational facility, property or something like that, but maybe you just at least are thinking emergency preparations that you might want to keep in your car should you need to hurry up and leave and go somewhere. That there is, you know, a box of food for a couple days or so that you can rotate in and out and have initial needs met for leaving or evacuating or something like that. When I think about people in the California wildfires recently, or people in the tornado alley, right, where they just got wreaked with havoc, and hopefully that they had enough warning to evacuate, or hurricane scenarios happen all the time, right? That if you have stocked needs just ready in a tote, say in your garage, to just grab and go, what would that look like for you? So what does it look like for me? And I'm not going to say that this is perfect. This is just what we had either on our own pantry shelves or in my Overstock from grocery needs. So things like spices, right? I already mentioned some of that. Cans of tuna. Brownie mix, just homemade brownie mix. So sweet treats just make the whole world better, no matter what is going on out there. That if you have some kind of indulgence, whatever that looks like for you, it can just make a bad situation so great. So like I said, my kids get out there in the middle of the woods, they get car engine failure and can't get out for a couple days. One of them can break out a jar of cherry pie filling, put that over the campfire with some homemade biscuits on top, and suddenly it's okay to be stuck in the woods for 2 more days. We have some canned pork, lots of canned meats I'm taking up, some canned pork, some canned goat, lots of beans, baked beans, black beans, garbanzo beans, navy beans, green beans. Some freeze-dried goods are always there. So we have like the big, I don't think Mountain House is the brand. I'm not sure what the brand is, but the big containers of freeze-dried foods already there. But when I have the opportunity to freeze-dry foods here and I have excess, I'll take it there. So this is greens. What else do I have? Salsa verde, pears, lots of carrots because I have tons, chili sauce, tomato sauce, pickled cabbage. Lots of jellies and jams. So blackberry jelly, lots of syrups. So corn cob syrup, mulberry syrup, peach syrup, orange juice concentrate is a great one to take up. And what else do I plan on taking? Oh, the last thing is this is going to get filled with flour because I'm nearly all out of flour at the cabin. But I'm also going to be prepping food to take with us. And I shared that with you guys last time. And we had a lot of fun doing that, I think, together. And give you guys ideas on you're going on vacation or a quick travel trip. What could you prep from home so you're not having to pay the exorbitant price of going out to dinner all the time while on vacation. So just budget-friendly ideas. And yeah, it feels good to stock back up. And we have a very, very small space there to stock a little pantry. But it's good to know that, there's a good stretching it out. I know rice. Rice is the other thing I need to grab. Rice. that I know that with all the freeze-dried foods that we already have there and this pantry set, we'd be doing okay for a while. Now, one thing I would suggest is do not leave yourself in a situation in your home that you're no longer prepared. So I'm thinking about that as I'm pulling things off the pantry shelves, that nothing's severely hindering us, especially now that we're going into growing season. Example, this is my last bucket of flour that is processed flour. And I normally maintain 3 buckets of processed flour in my pantry when it's fully stocked. But I'm okay because I'm not overly concerned with situations that are going on right now. And I have 4 buckets of wheat berries that if something right now happened, like that would be severe, like an EMP or something like that. And I still am okay. I have a grain mill, I have wheat berries. So nothing is a severe impact like that. So just how we prepare and how we stay ready to support our needs and an extended family. And ladybug out. That was not in there. It just fell from the ceiling, just so folks know. It's ladybug season here. And what else am I thinking about? I had some thoughts when I was putting that food together. Other things that we keep at the cabin would be like basic medical supplies, nothing again crazy, just, making sure that nothing's expired every year, that, we have several first aid kits there. Oh, I need to take up some basic toiletries this time. So toothpaste, but I have baking soda that in a pinch, we could always make up some homemade toothpaste. But conditioner, like basic toiletry needs, need to be restocked from time to time. So we're doing that this trip too. And we have flour, and we don't use this kind of stuff much from a regular standpoint. You guys have, if you've been following our cabin vlogs, we basically cook on the grill when we're there and have a meat-based dinner. But this is nice knowing it's there. And if we're not going to use it in time, I'll just pull it home in the winter and it'll come back into stock here. Okay, so other things that we'll be taking with us to the cabin are just simple things like frozen chicken thighs, ham steaks, sausages for dinner. But I like to pack things for breakfast, lunches, snacks, things like that. So in the last video I did like this, prepping to go to the cabin, I made the peanut butter banana oatmeal cookies. I'll be doing those again. So here's my bananas. I'm not going to share that recipe again in this video, doing the exact same thing. I'm making a salmon tuna spread from canned salmon, like store-bought canned salmon. So just store-bought canned salmon. And I thought you guys might like this idea. So the recipe calls for 3 cans of the salmon, but I only had 2. So we're going in with 2 cans of salmon and 1 can of tuna. And then we need to add to that 2 ounces of cream cheese, a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, and then seasonings to your taste. So I'm doing liquid smoke, Old Bay, and some salt and some pepper. You could make it more lemon pepper style. You could jazz it up however you want, but that's what we're doing. And we'll eat this for lunches. And the last thing I'm going to make with you guys, 2 more things. You guys know about my cottage cheese breakfast bites, right? The little egg bite things. I'm just mixing that together and I'm gonna put it in a quart jar so I can bake it there. I'm gonna show you guys the new oven I got for the cabin. I'm really excited to share that with you because you might want it if you're camping and things like that this summer. And yes, you guys asked for it. We're gonna do it today, and that is the almond flour cottage cheese buns or bagels, whatever you want to call them. I just make them like bun style now, and I like to eat like this salmon spread. You could spread that on the bun. I did a fried egg on it with cream cheese. It's great. It's just a high protein, gluten-free option if you're going that route or need that route in your diet. So that's what we're making up. I'm just gonna mix this together and throw it in a mason jar, and then it goes in the fridge. I hear Todd fussing at me about the way I use the camera. All right, this is the way that we use or make our almond flour cottage cheese bread bun things. Very, very fake bread. Okay, so we're gonna go in with a cup of cottage cheese, and I may need to open up another container. I will. I tell you what, we are going through the cottage cheese these days. It makes all the things in this house. That and Greek yogurt. Alrighty, 2 cups of almond flour. And a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And we're going to mix that all together and then kind of form it as best as we can with wet fingertips in little buns shapes. Now, if you had a silicone donut mold, that's how you could do it bagel style. I've tried to do it bagel style where I just make a hole in it, but it just melts back together when it bakes. Okay, I'm gonna get in there with my fingers now. So it does come together like a nice wet dough. And then I'm gonna use my cast iron griddle to cook these on. So I'm just gonna pinch some off and I roll it in a ball. And this is just the method I've come up with, and then I kind of flatten it into a round bun. Now you could take the time to blend this cottage cheese first and make it smooth, but I'm not fooling with that today. And if you wet your fingers, it's a little easier. And you want to space them about 1 inch apart. Now you could go in and egg wash these and season them up, make them fancy with some everything but the bagel seasoning or sesame seeds, but I'm just doing plain. Anyway, so these are gonna bake in the oven like this for 20 minutes. Ta-da! If I didn't mention, at 375. Okay, bagel time, or bun time, I should say. Now they spread pretty good. That's why if you used a like silicone bagel, or if I don't know if they make bun style silicone molds, I have to let these cool. But what I'll do is, I showed you them last time. I just cut in between the divided lines. Doesn't that look yummy? This would make a great pizza crust. It would make a great everything. Like when I did it, I didn't even slice it open when I had it breakfast style, and I spread my like herbed garlic cream cheese on it and a fried egg on top, and it was so good. But you could slice these and melt some cheese and put some pepperoni on it. What else is an option? Oh, I've sliced it and served it with like tuna fish or chicken salad inside to make it more like a sandwich feel. I like them. It's worth a try. They're yummy to me. And if you did an egg wash on top and some seasonings, they'd probably look a little prettier than mine, but I don't fool with that process. But I think we're all done meal prepping. While those were cooking, I did get our peanut butter oatmeal cookies made. We got our quiche stuff, like the egg bite mix mixed up. And I got we have like leftovers from the week that we'll be taking with us. And that is baked beans and potato salad for sides. So those are packaged up and ready to go. Other things we take with us each time is like butter or, you know, like steak sauce or something like that. But I promised you guys to show you the new cabin oven. So let me pull that over. We're not going to go into all the details. I just want to tell you what it is. I got it for my birthday. It's called an Omnia oven. And they're pretty popular in the camping, overlanding world. So we really got it with the intentions of using it for the van. So I think it's going to be used both places. And I had the box style Coleman camp stove, camp oven that would go like on a Coleman stove, or I don't know if you could use it on a fire pit or not. But these, I never had success with that. Everything burned on the bottom. And I saw so many great experiences on YouTube with folks using this. And it's a Swedish style method of convection oven cooking. So it has 3 parts. It has the little bottom, and then it has the well, and it comes with, it's aluminum, so it comes with like silicone molds. I have a muffin mold and then just a bunt style mold and a little rack. And there's little holes in here, and basically it works convection style. Temperature gauge, I practiced with it here the other day making these in the muffin mold, and I had to cook them a bit longer. I think instead of like 20 minutes, I went 40 minutes at a lower temperature just to make sure I didn't burn the bottoms, but they came out perfect, beyond perfect. And so I'm excited to have this at the cabin, and we're going to try it. So if you want to head over to Todd and Rachel, if you're not subscribed, and subscribe over there. That's where we share all of our adventures that aren't homesteading related. So watch for that coming soon. And I'm excited to try kind of all the things I've seen people make. Roast in it, banana bread, calzones, all kinds of fun things. Basically, if you can cook it in an oven, it might need to be in a different shape, but you can cook it in this. So I want to get proficient at it and really good at it, so we're going to keep practicing. And based off what like type of, you know, your heat source is, varies how you're going to cook in it. So working on my gas oven might be different than working on my propane oven at the cabin, so I need to practice there. And I think we're all prepped. Guys, we have a lot of food to take to the cabin, all this goodie stuff that we packed up, all of our fresh eating while we're there this weekend, and we're just gonna have a great time. And the whole purpose and intent of these style videos is to help you think about pantry preparedness so that you can be wiser with your money, whether that is preparations in case of an emergency or preparations for going on vacations and things that you could do. Oh, I wanted to tell you, this style meal we've done when our kids were young, camping, and you just pour some of this in a Ziploc baggie and boil it in a, like bring a pot of water to a boil and put the Ziploc baggies in it. It's like a ready-made omelet. So that's a fun way to use this. These are great energy snacks. The potato salad and baked beans, we like both cold. So if we were traveling across country or going somewhere, even now going to the cabin, we'll just pull that out and eat it cold. We won't worry about reheating the beans or anything like that. I'm staring at a pot of 2 sinkfuls of dishes that I've got to attend to, and then we're going to be getting off. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye guys.